In this GroupWise Ascot demo, we're going to demonstrate how to install GroupWise WebAccess. For WebAccess for Ascot, we've eliminated the need to have the gWinter agent running on the server. We will be running strictly through the web services and talking to the post office via SOAP. So the first thing we need to do is go and activate SOAP on our post office. So I'm going to launch console 1. We'll log in as root. Then we'll require a login as our admin account for eDirectory to manage the GroupWise objects. In Linux, we need to connect to, so I'll go highlight the GroupWise system, Tools, GroupWise System Operations, select Domain, verify and select the path, click OK. And now on my post office agent, when we look at the properties, go to the agent settings page, and down in the middle here we've got Enable SOAP, so I'll tick the box. Gives us 20 SOAP threads available for SOAP services. I'll apply and close out, and I'll just minimize console 1. Now I'm ready to install WebAccess. It does require Apache, Tomcat, and Java be installed on the server. Those have all been pre-installed on our server here. So I just need to launch Ascot install. So I'm going to go to our DVD. I'm going to launch the installation program. I need to run that as a root user. So authenticate as root. Once presented with the menu, I'll select English, and then I'll go and select Install Products. I'll select the WebAccess product, and I need to install or copy the files over to the server. So as with all Linux installs, it's 2 stages. Copy the files necessary to have the services run, and then configure those services through the second choice, Configure WebAccess. Once installation is complete, I select OK. Now I'm ready to configure it. So a couple of questions it's going to ask us. First thing, okay, now we're ready to configure WebAccess. We'll select Next. Welcome to the install. Accept the licensing after, of course, reading the license. Select Next. Now it's asking WebAccess needs to connect to the post office agent. So where is the post office agent running? So we have that running on 172.17.6.23. And again, it is highlighting the SOAP port that we're going to use to communicate to the post office. I'll select Next. Next, WebAccess also needs to communicate to the document viewer agent. The document viewer agent was installed by default when we installed the MTA and the POA. Now it's going to help us. That also converts documents to HTML formats so we can display them through WebAccess. So again, where is the document viewer agent? It's on the same server, so 172.17.6.23. It will use port 8301. So we'll select Next. It points us to the Apache path, so etc apache conf.d, and also to the Tomcat path, srv www tomcat 5 base web apps. We're just going to accept the defaults and select Next. And this is now basically we're done and we're ready, but we do need to start or restart the web server and Tomcat for WebAccess to run. So I'm just going to exit out. I'll also exit out of our installer, and I'll actually close down our browser here. I need to open up a terminal window. So open up the terminal. I'll become the root user, switch user, and root password. And once I'm here, I'm going to just do a quick check. I'm going to do a check config on our Apache 2 server, and I'm just going to -L to list and say, well, I have to spell that right, check config Apache 2-L, just to verify what run levels Apache should run at, and we see that, oh, it's actually not starting. So I'm going to turn that on by saying check config Apache 2 and saying on, and if I review and I go just do up arrow twice, it'll show me that now Apache will automatically start in run level 3 and 5. We'll do the same for Tomcat 5. We'll check config Tomcat 5-L, and that as well is not auto starting in run level 3 and 5, so we'll just, again, just turn that on. Right now the services are not running, they're not started, so we can actually do also a RC Apache to, I'm just going to do a status first, and we'll see that it's unused, and I'll just check Tomcat as well, and we'll see that it's also unused, so we can just basically start both of them up. So I'll go to Apache first, and I'll just start our Apache server. And I'll go to Tomcat and start our Tomcat serverlation RC Tomcat 5 start. Once both are done, I'll exit twice out of my terminal window. and I'll launch Firefox, and I'll go to http://digital-airlines.com/gw/webac, and we should get our login page for WebAccess after a few moments. First loading. And here we've got, notice the new branding, again, the gray with the teal and white envelope, Ascot. And I'll log in. And again, also notice the new branding for WebAccess. So again, the gray with the teal, more buttons, a little bit of different icons, and your mailbox and your folder list on the left. This includes the GroupWise WebAccess installation. I'll simply just log out, bring us back to there.